So you might ask why specifically I'm going 500,000. Honestly, I would go a lot more than that. Ooh, we're actually going to be able to deploy it soon here because we're almost out of fuel. Perfect. And boom. Perfect. Let's rotate this thing and just blast those open. And then we will launch. And we'll use the rest of this fuel to get our other part of our orbit. Now, oh, wow, I was already there. Okay, convenient. So this engine, I should probably mention, is used in case we have to bring it back. If we have to decommission the satellite, that's fine. It's a potential that we can now be able to do simply because of, is it, oh, 5, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 5. There we go. So it's a potential thing that we can do because we have an engine on it, so we can bring it back and have it burn up in the atmosphere. Or the other way we could do it is we could bring something out here and pick it up. That's also why we have the drives, in case we want to actually pick up some of the pictures themselves instead of sending them back and get extra science from that. Now, the reason I have it at 500,000 is because it's just enough away that I get a better vantage point of things. Like I can look at Gilly when I'm at this point in my orbit, as opposed to, having to come all the way out on the other side of the planet. When you're at a higher orbit, I'm able to see a lot more and be less obstructed by Kerbal itself. So that is the reason why I'm doing that. However, I am going to speed up and get within the sunlight, just so you guys can view it in all of its magnificence. Now, I wanted to show you the servo. So 1 and 2, I control the 90-degree angle here, which is kind of cool. It does rocket back and forth, makes it a little difficult. And then 3 and 4, I control it as a rotating thing. So this opens up like so, and it faces off that direction. And it pops this up. I'm going to make this large. Whoops. And we're going to zoom it out quite a bit. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to point it at Kerbal. It's a good reference point. So actually that picture right there is pretty glorious. So let me do that. And we'll bring it in and we'll rotate it. And then I'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to take picture. Oh, maybe not. Am I take picture? Oh, come on. I know I can zoom in on the atmosphere of Kerbal. Bah, humbug. Science status space around Kerbal. Which is my other one? Okay, I can actually take a picture of the sun. Whoops, let's zoom out and let's figure out where the sun is. Let's do that. That'll be our first one that we take a picture of, because I have some missions for this and I'll probably be able to pick up some more. So let's zoom in to the sun and rotate it. Now you'll notice that it kind of wobbles, and as you get more magnified, it wobbles even more. So one of the things I do is I hit caps locks, and you'll see these indicators go blue, and it gives you just a basic, like a limitation on what the controls are doing. So let's take a picture of that. There we go. Collected science for the sun. Let's check results. We can transmit that back. It's going to get us 100 science, plus it's going to complete one of the contracts. Eventually, it'll transmit it back. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I forgot to put a transmitter on it. No. Oh, man, that sucks. Okay, let's try this again. Spin, spin, spin. Launch. And we'll just probably point in the right direction before going goodbye. Just getting away from it a bit because we don't want it swinging around to us. Okay. Now, open this up. Open camera. Which way you facing? Towards Kerbal? Large. Okay. It's actually a pretty good shot. Right there. There it is. It's hard to line this up properly. Okay. Zoom in. little bit more. There we go. Take picture. And check results. Send. Starting transmission. I did have to completely relaunch that and put it back into orbit and get kind of roughly where I was. Also, I should probably put those up. That also finished this contract for me, which gives me 141 extra science. Now, I could just continue taking pictures here, but what I really do quickly want to see is, I'm going to save it. I'm going to go back to the Space Center. Now, the mission that I had was take a picture of the sun, which is, it's a nice mission to have, but is there another one? Analyze surface, plant flag on Minmus. No, there's not another take picture of. So let's go back. Now, previously in 2.4, I don't remember ever seeing the take pictures of missions, but it probably was there. I just never saw it. Now, what we could do is now zoom out, set our target to the moon, and you can, when you open this sucker back up, I'll show you what it does. So, I could disable the servos on that. That would be nice. So what I could do is I could show target and put that back to large. Now, when I'm getting kind of roughly in the same area, you'll see, okay, I gotta flip this. There it is. So it's got an indicator on it now, which is pretty cool. So we can zoom in and get a little closer. Woo. Put my controls back on. A little closer than that. That's a good picture of the moon. Take picture. Now we could take this, check results, send it back. So we're just going to keep doing this for basically every body within our solar system. Previously, it means that was science around the moon. Okay, perfect. It just gave me an extra 597 science for completing science data from space around the moon. So we'll close that. The next one we had was Minmus. So let's do that. So we're going to set as target. We are going to zoom this back out, and we're going to try to find Minmus. I don't actually know where Minmus is in relation to where we are. It's off over that way, so it's actually kind of like off over there. So this might be a little weird. So we're going to have to flip this direction, bring it up, and over. No, this way. There it is. Okay, so Minmus is just doing a moon setting kind of thing. So we can spaz it around. I'm going to show you a little technique here too. See how it bounces when you do this kind of thing? Well, on the ones that you get really far away from, like if I were to do Duna, which is extremely far away, you can hit escape. It'll freeze it. So you can hit escape while you're moving over it, and then you can take picture. And then you can hit escape and go back to this, check results, send. Right? I think that makes perfect sense to 99% of you. I don't think I need to describe that anymore. The reason it did that is because of the way the lighting works. There's sometimes you can look in like a certain direction and it'll fix it. Okay, so we just got another one done. That gave me an extra 775 science, which is pretty good. Did we have any others? Around the moon, around Minmus, space around Kerbal. See, that's why I was trying to take a picture of Kerbal. Maybe if nothing to see here, but there is stuff to see. Take picture. There we go. Collect science from Kerbal. I just had to zoom it out. I can transmit that. That'll get me more science, and then this will finish this one, which is really, really nice. And almost there. This is why I have all the batteries, by the way, because transmitting this stuff is pretty expensive on power. Yeah, that gave me an extra 300 science. So now what we're going to do, we're going to quick save, because I think that was the rest of them. Yeah, all I have is the Saber engine. So Space Center, right? I was at like 300 science or something like that. Yeah, now I'm back up to 2,200. This is a really easy way to get science. So I can kind of look for ones around the same idea, like collect science from stuff around, whatever. Like this one's take picture from Kerbal, or of Kerbal. I could do that. I could do a few other ones to try to get more of the collect science from, certain bodies. But I'm gonna jump in here. Actually, you know what? Let's wait. Let's wait on that. Let's go take more pictures. Let's just we're not gonna take all of the pictures, but we're gonna just take a few more because I can always redo the pictures and get the science data anyways and complete those missions as well. So we just did Minmus. So what's the next one out that we could potentially do? We can actually look for those unknown objects, which is pretty cool. I've done that before. It's really hard to spot them. So we can go to Eve. We can set that as my target. We'll open the camera. And this is when it starts getting interesting. So let's go large. Where's Eve at in relation to where I am? So just kind of off that way. Oh gosh, I kind of want to rotate here because it's literally this way. Okay. Show target. There it is. As you can tell, it's kind of difficult to see it. All right, now let's zoom in. Getting there. It's got a bit of a glow, so if I turn my camera, it'll get rid of some of the glow on it. Whoa. And how is this set up? So if I do 3, oh, that was too much. How about 1 and 2? No, that's kind of, I'm just seeing if my servos could really adjust it. Okay, I need that glow gone. I gotta look that way. Okay, perfect. So I can, whoop, too much. See what I mean? Where it gets a little bouncy. So you gotta, yeah, it's always difficult. You gotta do small adjustments. By the way, this is very important. This is the first we've ever gotten a picture of Eve, and it's all broken. Look, it's a mod thing. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. There we go. I think that'll be a good. Oh, no. Almost. Perfect. Take picture. I said take picture. Now we can take this, check results, send it back. Boom. This is the first time our Kerbals are ever really getting an image of these planets from space. Obviously that one was broken because of whatever, but what you're seeing here is that this is a giant leap for all of the people involved with Project Destiny. Now, our other target is right there, so we can kind of get a general, just kind of get it kind of in the middle. Really zoom in and kind of, yeah. The lighting is going to be weird on this one, I think. Oh, brilliant. That's a good picture. Oh, let's zoom out a bit. That's actually a picture of... Ooh, we can zoom in here and get a picture of the moon from Ike. So we got that one. So let's check results and transmit. And we can... ooh, a bit much. No. We gotta get it kind of like right in the middle. One thing that I've done too is just do that, where you can time warp it. That's another way of getting it to kind of do what you want it to do. Will my servos help here? Probably not. Kinda. Actually, that helped a little bit. Whoa. I do have the small controls on too. It's just very difficult to get it right where you want it. Is that a good enough picture? That is. What if I zoom out and I kind of want to get a closer picture, but I don't think it's going to matter. So we can check those results and we can send them back too. So basically I could do this for every single body within the Kerbal system. And it gets you a lot of science, especially some of the weirder ones, like, you know, anything actually outside of Jewel. Getting all of Jewel's moons, very difficult, because some of them are behind Jewel at the time that you're taking pictures, so you have to speed up time and do all that fun stuff. However, they also have a different thing here where you can show galaxies, and there are actual galaxies that you can find. I don't think I'm going to find any just right off the bat, but there are galaxies that you can find by looking out into the distance. It's a lot easier to see when you're using a default texture pack, from what I can tell, as far as the moon is concerned, but it's really difficult for me to actually find them. I haven't been able to find any yet. So, yeah. Show galaxies. Hide. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything pop up or down. I had it working earlier, and I did take a couple pictures of them. They get you a lot of science, but at this current time, I don't have any. So let's flip this sucker back around, you know, to where it needs to be facing at the moment. Because this is not like a live feed thing, you know, like people from Kerbal can't just tune in and watch whatever direction this is doing. People at the Project Destiny will take pictures, have those pictures then released to the public, kind of like what NASA does with like the Hubble. So that's how that works. But at the moment, they're currently watching the people and citizens among the Kerbals, and you gotta imagine that those people probably won't like it. But I did want to show off a little bit more of the servo controls, so you can kind of do this thing. I really like it. This is the Infernal Robotics mod, so I can like rotate this thing all the way around. Oops, if I remember the controls. There we go. Which is I like how the light reflects off of that. Anyways, I really like that mod, the Infernal Robotics. There's some really cool stuff you can do that. So, quick save. Let's go back to the Space Center. And now let's see kind of all the science that we've collected. It's going to be a lot. We're going to be close to 3,000. Yeah, 2.5. That's good enough. So we can pick up some more stuff here. I could spend 1,000 on that kind of stuff. I could spend 1,000 on that reactor. Not there with needing it yet, though. So instead, I would just want to pick up all of... Ooh. Oh, those are off limits for the time being. I can't, it's too much of a commitment to get those awesome science parts. No, instead we're going to get some aerodynamic stuff. Wow, a fairing base of 10 meter size. It's quite a bit. We'll get that one, which will allow us to get a new MechJeb pod, and then we'll get this one. So we're getting pretty close to the end of our science, and we literally haven't even really gone to Minmus yet. We've flown past Minmus, but we haven't even gone there. And we haven't gotten all the science off of the moon. So there's going to be more science to pick up for sure. We can take some more pictures with the Seraphim space station. We can then get to 1,000 science and get some of this out, and maybe start working on some of my super top secret awesome sci-fi things. But for the most part, I just really need to get a bit more money. You know, I'm at 690,000. I could increase that a bit fairly easily, so I'm probably gonna attempt to do that by completing some more of these in the meantime, and it will also get me a lot more science. But you know, some of these are pretty easy to explore Ike. So this one gives me multiple things that I can get here. So that's, you know, 364, 350, 532, 350, and that's just by going to achieve an orbit around Ike, transmit or recover scientific data from space around Ike, land on Ike, transmit or recover scientific data from the surface of Ike. So there's a lot of stuff that you can get from these, and I didn't realize it with the new contract system, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I'll probably pick this one up because that one's an easy one. Heck, I may as well do that, and prepare to do one more mission to the moon, and then we will start our Minmus missions, I think. So we need to upgrade the Airy science vessel and put a few more science things on it, and then we'll plan on getting, I think, some more of these, probably more of these, definitely more of this stuff. That might be my first purchase. However, that reactor is also a necessary thing that we'll need. Cool. Let's upgrade the Airy science vessel, and then I'll also work on some other things. I may have to fix it. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to fix it, because there's some mods that are not working at the moment that I need to reinstall, so I'll have to do that and upgrade the Ares science vessel. I actually may rebuild it from scratch because there's some new parts here that I may want to use, or maybe I'll just go work on some top secret aircraft and space shuttles and start working on getting a satellite network up as well. All things that I need to do, but I think first we'll work on the Ares science vessel, so starting with a new lander can and working my way up.